Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of volume. This is standard 8.7a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 24 off the 2017 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we are looking at a cone, and we've got its dimensions. We need to find the measurement that is closest to the volume. So how do we find the volume of a cone? All right, well, actually, it's the volume of a cone or the volume of a pyramid actually have the same formula, which is kind of interesting. They're kind of shaped similarly. So we look on our mathematics chart. If we ever get stuck, go back to your mathematics chart. You'll see this 1/3 equals base times height. And look, they give you the height. I'm going to go ahead and change that into a decimal here. 1/3 base times 7.5. Just make it a little bit easier to plug into my calculator here. And so I'm going to take that base here, and this actually means the area of the base, and that's where we have to do a little bit of work. So the area of the base, need a two-dimensional area. So this is a circle right here. And we are going to need the radius. They don't give us the radius. What they do is they give us the diameter, but the radius is going to be important because when we're looking at the area of the base, which in this case is a circle, it's going to be pi r squared. So we need that radius. So we actually have to do a little bit of work to figure out the radius. Radius simply equals the diameter cut in half, or half times the diameter, multiplying by 1/2, dividing by 2. Same thing. But what we need to do is we need to take our 5.58. So that is going to be our, let's just go ahead and make that into a decimal. So that's 5.625. I just divided 5 by 8. Make that the decimal. I want to cut that in half. All right, so we're going to do a 5.625. Cut that in half. Wow. All right. So our radius now is going to be 2.8125. So that's our radius. And we need to square it, which means we need to take our 2.8125, multiply it not by 2, but by itself. So we're going to square that. And now you get something really, really long. So that's going to equal 7.910156. It goes on and on and on. Now we need to multiply that by pi. And if we do all of that, we're going to finally get the radius, or the area of the base here. And so we took our radius, we squared it. Now we kind of build it back up. Let's multiply that by pi. Let's see what we're going to get. Wow, okay. So we are going to get that. I mean, that's about 8. Pi is about 3. So it's going to be about 24 something, right? So actually, we get the area of the base is going to be 24 point. You notice we're just going to round in the nearest hundredths place. So I'll just add a few. It's 8,50488. All right, and it goes on and on and on, but we'll just stop right there. So that, all of this, I had to do all of this work just to get the base, which is going to plug back into this equation. So let me rewrite it down here. I'm going to make it a little bit different. Dividing by 3 is going to do the same thing as multiplying by 1/3. It's going to be easier for me to put into my calculator. So I'm going to take my base. I'm going to take my 24.850488. That's my area of my base. Multiply that by my height, 7.5, then divide that by 3, and we should be good to go. So let's multiply that by our 7.5. I'm going to get about 186.378665. Now I'm going to divide that by 3, which is the same thing as multiplying by 1/3. And there we go. I'm going to get about 62.12622, rounding to the hundredths place. That's going to make that go up. And so there we go. My answer is J.